Welcome to Eternal Conversations podcast. Today on Eternal Conversations, my guest is Jock McGregor, my dad, who is a world-renowned Cajun artist, painter. He has sold paintings from California to Mexico to England, even South Africa. His works are reflections of a dying Cajun culture, a culture unique in its ways, but has seen immense diminishing in the last few decades due to globalization. Jock is trying his best to bring it back, to immortalize it. So Dad, you just turned 65 yesterday.
Yeah.
Today we're celebrating your 65th birthday. Made a huge seafood gumbo. Everything went well. So you started painting in the 60s and 70s?
Yeah.
So how was that like? That must have been a great time to be a painting major in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, it was. Mostly in the 70s. 70s, 75.
Yeah? Around 1975?
Yes, so 70s to 75. That's when I went to, at that time it was called USL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of Lafayette, Louisiana, right in the middle of South Louisiana. I always thought it was strange. It was called University of Southwestern Louisiana, when it was actually South Central Louisiana. But anyway, so you've been doing really good, pumping out paintings.
Yeah, lately I have, yeah.
Like once a week?
No, I'm a lot slower than that.
Once every couple of weeks?
Yeah, about every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks.
Been and you have all of your works in some of the galleries all around Lake Charles, Banks. You had some of your work in the Lafayette Art Association, the Hyman Center, all around town.
Yes, the Banks. I even had some over here in Lafayette at one time. At that hospital. I can't think of the name of that hospital right now. But that was several years ago. But that's when I was into photographing. Then I turned into a painter.
Oh yeah, so I remember. So at first you were into photography, and then you started doing computer art.
Yeah.
Graphic art.
Right.
For a while, and just experimenting.
Yeah, and plus you kept on talking, telling me to start painting art, canvas paintings, and I went. Then I moved to Lake Charles, and like in 2010, and they I showed some people, and they told me to go see Eric that works at the Henning Culture Center in Sulphur, and he told me photographs, and almost everybody is in photographing now. I mean, people use their phones, but if you get into painting, you can sell.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Yeah. And I remember when I was a kid, and I used to see your paintings around the house, and I said, Dad, why don't you paint? Why don't you paint again? But you were raising me and Kevin, raising 2 kids, working,
Yeah.
The most impressive thing to me is that you were a young college student, 60s and 70s. You did some paintings, and then you took a 30-year hiatus, a 30-year break, and then your knees went bad, so it had like a sort of forced early retirement, and so you had plenty of time to paint, and you started painting again, and your paintings are like 10 times better than they were as a young college student.
Yeah.
And now your works are just monumental.
Right. People say each painting, it looks like I just get better and better every time.
Yeah. When we went to the gallery, you have a whole floor just for you at the gallery, and the guy who worked there, I mean, he could have been your promotional manager. You know, he was
right.
like, he's one of the best artists. He's a true artist. You know, one of the greats. And
yeah, that's Eric.
Oh, okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, so he's been around for a while then.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, so yeah, that's cool.
He's probably mad at me right now.
Oh, yeah, well.
Well, he wanted me to paint Santa Claus and all. I told him, I'll think about it. And I told him I'm mainly into the Cajun culture.
Yeah.
No, so I knew the story of Twelfth Night, which most people don't know. About Twelfth Night, that's a painting I did for Eric. I think he's still a little mad at me, but the story goes that a long time ago, the Cajun fur trappers had to be out there trapping. Because they back then, like they didn't have food stamps or anything. If they didn't catch nothing, that's it.
Yeah.
And they knew Christmas time came, but they were still out there in swamps trapping. But they knew that in January they're going to have to quit trapping because the weather was too bad, usually. And plus, they had a 12th night, they call it 12 nights after Christmas. They would have the Catholics, which most people around here was Catholic back then. At least they confessed they're Catholic, even though they may not practice it. But anyway, that's on them. They would have a celebration where they dress up, wear masks, and party and all that. And that's when they party. That's when they celebrate Christmas. 12 nights after Christmas, or 12 days after Christmas. You know. I mean,
yeah.
And that's why I painted for Eric.
Yeah, it came out really good.
Yeah. Thank you.
And it also came out at a time where the great flood of 2016 occurred, like right after that. So it could also be seen as the Cajun Navy.
Yeah.
As well, you know.
Yeah.
So you started off with the graphic art, and I used to tell you, man, but if you just took this graphic art piece and turned it to a painting, you know, that would be great. And some of your earlier art, like, you know, it was kind of scandalous, you know, women and guns and stuff like that. You know? That was pretty cool. I like that time period too, you know. You start off with extremely surreal. Surreal is art, you know.
Yeah.
Like art that you'd find in a New Orleans bar or New York City, you know, for a while. And it wasn't really, it wasn't selling, you know, in this type of area. And you're just kind of experimenting with blacklight art, blacklight painting, just some surreal. I'll show some of it, you know, some of those pieces too. And then you finally got around to painting, and once you started painting, then you just started making masterpieces, you know, right from the beginning. So it's like you were collecting, internalizing in the background, painting skills from since college. So you picked up where you left. It's almost like you picked up where you left off, you know?
Yeah.
Without doing the actual painting. Like if you had painted since college and you just started off like right away, you know?
Yeah.
So what about this painting? What is it? What is it about?
Well, here in Pro Bridge, when I was living in Pro Bridge, they'll have at this coffee shop, they'll have this Cajun jam sessions. And I'll go there and take pictures at the time, and I took a photograph similar to that. But I don't follow. I mean, I use the photograph as a reference, which most artists do.
Yeah.
So anyway, like I like that their composition of the players, and so I painted it.
Yeah. And this painting was so good that they hung it up in the gallery and do not want you to sell it. Put in a very expensive wooden frame, and he said, this piece, I asked Jock, I really want to stay here forever, you know? And so this is a really good one as well. Well, what's the story about this one?
That's taken in Lake Charles at the convention centers. The band was up on stage, and people can walk upon all three sides. And if you could, I tried to get in the back part, but I couldn't get there. So take the pictures from the back, but I could take pictures on the side, and I did that, and I liked that image, and so I kind of copied it. I mean, like the background though, I inside the photograph, like they had a bunch of chairs, but I painted that type of atmosphere because I liked it and all that.
Yeah.
And I use this. I use a very limited palette on it. Palette means just certain colors, and that's all which I used on this. And
All right.
actually, the skin color is the same as the background, but like you can't tell.
Yeah. This painting looks extremely realistic, like almost exactly like a photograph. You know, this is the most realistic painting out of all of them, I think. It looks like a photograph. And but that's what everybody says.
Yeah.
And then there's this one.
That is at that there A. Park here in Lafayette. When I was living here in Pro Bridge, Lafayette area, I went out there and took that picture, and I took pictures of a bunch of stuff, you know, ducks and this and that. But,
Yeah.
but I happened to like this picture, so that's a church from the 1800s and some buildings from the 1800s.
Wow.
Because that's what the park is trying to do, put all the history stuff in it, and that's what they did.
And this painting is a true representation of old Cajun culture.
Yeah.
Like this is the representation of the original Cajun culture, architectural type of landscape that you would find. I like the paintings that you do of people dancing and having fun.
Yeah.
I think you capture them really well. Where was this one taken at?
I was taken at the coffee shop.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the coffee shop.
Yeah, the coffee shop. People danced there.
Oh, they had been live bands at the coffee shop
Yeah.
downtown Bro Bridge.
Yeah, that's when the Cajun jam session was going. Couples will dance sometimes.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but you know.
Yeah.
Now I happened to take this picture and I painted it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. This one's some fancy footwork.
Yeah, that was at Randall's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, right here in Lafayette.
I've been meaning to go to Randall's and check it out.
It's real good.
Mm.
That's where Sadako Ray mostly plays at.
Oh.
That's a Cajun band.
I used to always watch Randall's as a kid, but I never been there myself. I always see the building.
Well, you know, you go, the food's good.
Oh yeah.
If you don't eat, just go there and watch the band and maybe get out there and dance.
Well, the good thing about Randall's is that it's a place where like old and young, kids and old people are dancing side by side together. You know,
Yeah.
all the way from 3-year-olds to 80-year-olds, 90-year-olds, all dancing. You know, it's like a big mix, a big collage of all different types of people of different ages, all dancing and enjoying themselves, having fun. Where like a lot of times, or most places, it's either only kids dancing or only adults dancing. You know, and just the adults dancing, it's usually involves, you know, like at a bar or something like that, you know, a lot of alcohol and stuff like that, and that's the only reason why they're dancing, you know. But in this type of environment, the Cajun dance environment, place like Randall's, it's a lot different. It's not about just being wasted and dancing on the dance floor. Some adults, you know, it's about, it's a respect of culture. It's a you know, like I said, like a big mixture of ages, little kids and old people having fun together, dancing, in tradition, enjoying Cajun French music. So that's cool.
That's also at Randall's.
Was that taken at the same time, same place?
I don't know, at the same time. I went down there several times. I need to go back.
Yeah.
Because I liked it.
Yeah.
And I saw this couple dancing. I saw that lady back there, you know, kind of wishing she had a partner to dance with. I thought it was pretty neat, you know, paint this couple like this.
Yeah, and it came out really good. Yeah, this is the picture. This is the painting that's hanging on my kitchen wall. This was taken at Lake Martin, right?
Yes. The story behind this is I saw this guy. I went to Lake Martin on a kind of chilly day. That's why it's foggy, fall time, winter time. But the frog was coming up off of the water, and he had this guy in a canoe. Now, what's amazing is when this photograph I used to paint this picture, I posted it like at this hospital here in Lake Charles. I mean Lafayette, and the boy, the young man that was inside the canoe, like he was a janitor there, and when he passed by that there photograph, he freaked out, and he got hold of me, told me about it. He told me that his dad is from Sulphur, and he told me his name, and I knew him from high school, so that's kind of freaked me out too.
What?
Yeah.
So the guy in the boat you knew from high school?
No, the guy in the boat is his. He is the son of the guy I knew that went to
Wow.
high school.
Wow. And so somebody just saw the painting and they made a connection and knew who it was.
Yeah, well, he did. He saw the painting.
Yeah.
Because he is a janitor at that hospital.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's a super awesome story. Almost feel bad. Almost feel like he should have the painting instead of me. You know?
Well, I was trying to give it to him. I was trying to call his dad, but his dad I never called me back. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's one of those deals.
You're gonna give it to him?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said. I almost feel like he should have, he's the one in the painting.
I wasn't going to give him the painting, but the photograph of that I was going to give him.
Yeah. Yeah, or you could have, what about this one?
I was taking photographs at the Cajun jam session at the coffee shop. I was trying to make it look like I'm there playing the violin, and I did kind of in a way.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Looking over this guy's shoulder.
Yeah. That's really good. Where was this one taken?
Same thing at the coffee shop, Cajun Jam. The old man and also that lady. I thought, young and old couple.
Yeah, once again, that's one good thing about Cajun culture and dancing is that, old man, young lady, kid and a man, like young and old, dancing together, just having fun,
Yeah.
Just in pure good spirit,
Right, because they weren't a couple. The lady just liked to dance with everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I took a bunch of pictures of her dancing with other people. So
yeah. Hey, she liked to dance. What can you say,
The same thing at the Cajun. At the coffee shop.
This is definitely one of your best ones. Didn't you sell this one for like $2,500 or something?
I might have. I'm not sure.
You sold $7,000 worth of paintings in 1 month, right?
No, not 1 month. Probably 1 year.
Well, didn't you sell like a few $1,000s worth of paintings in one?
Yeah,
month?
1 month. Yeah, $2,500. That from a bank that was in Carlos, Louisiana.
But what about the nursing center?
No, I ain't selling nothing. On which I had there was photographs, and nobody was buying my photographs really.
Yeah.
Seemed like nobody cared. And that's when Eric talked to me. I said, "Well, I'm gonna try painting." So I started painting, and I started selling some paintings.
Well, it's kind of like me in poetry. Like, I'd say poetry and photography, but even poetry probably is the hardest sell. Like, poems for sale, 10 cents a piece, But if you turn a poem into a song, and it's performed, or a poem into a short story, or a poem into a book, or transferred you know, a poem is like a concentrated form of a book, or a concentrated chapter of a book, or a concentrated song, or a song itself. Same thing with photography, I guess, and especially in this day and age, unless you work for like a magazine or, you know, somebody like that. You know, so many people, everybody has a nice camera in their phone, in their pocket now with smartphones and stuff. So that's awesome that you transferred from photography into painting, just like me transferring from poetry into writings, you know, and to just various other forms of life, you know.
That was on the streets of Bro Bridge when they was having a parade, and I just saw this and I took a picture of it. In the background, that's a car, but I kind of made it stylish.
Oh yeah, I see. Now I see it. I didn't notice before.
Yeah. That was at the coffee shop. They had several people, different people playing out their accordion.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really. I like how you get close-ups of the instruments. Like you present a view that a non-common view, like a view that people usually like seeing from the background, the band as a whole or the player as a whole, but you like to show up close, like the hands, you know, the hands of the musician playing the instrument, the bruised fingers of, you know, the musician from years and years, the calluses and bruises, you know, of a serious artist, you know, and that's a view that you don't see anywhere else.
I was in Birmingham, and they had this guy that plays piano there, and we went. And I took some pictures of him. This was at his house, and I just chose this view, because not many people will look at this view, because most people, they don't see that angle and all that. Plus, I thought it looked pretty neat art-wise, so I painted it.
Yeah. Yeah, but isn't there more to the story of this one? Didn't he die?
Yes. The people called me, found out the guy had something wrong. I'm not sure if it was cancer or what, but he was dying and he wanted his wife to have it. So I sold it to him. I was going to give it to him, but they said no. That like he wanted to pay for it, so he paid for it. So
well, that was nice both ways. You're willing to give it to him because he was dying of cancer, but he wanted to pay for your work, you know.
Yeah. Well, he finally died, and I heard his wife cherished this painting because it's because this was the guy's life. That's what his profession was, a piano player.
Wow.
He played at parties and, you know, whatever, you know, he can get into playing his piano.
Yeah.
And he mostly plays jazz. So.
Wow.
At weddings and things like that, you know.
Yeah. And now he is forever immortalized in this painting.
Right.
In the midst of doing exactly what he loved to do. Like this can symbolize his whole entire life, you know, of what he of his. This can symbolize his whole entire love, you know.
Yeah.
Completely immortalized, you know, forever.
Yeah. That's what he loved to do. So
it's awesome too. A lot of your paintings are capturing the moment of, you know, the woman who loves to dance and the man who loves to play the piano, and the man who happened to be in the canoe, you know, in the middle of the swamp, you know.
yeah.
Also, I'm sure doing what he loves, you know. So it's a very good poetic eye, you know.
Yeah. Plus, I think that's kind of what the Cajun culture is, you know, people doing stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Just, you know, just doing, you know, just being, just existing, just doing, just being involved with life, not, you know, less thinking, more doing.
Yeah.
Where was this one taken at?
New Orleans.
Oh, yeah?
I walked outside this place. I saw a band up on the balcony. I said, only in New Orleans. So I took a picture and just what I painted.
Yeah.
People down there, they care less what the band played up in the balcony.
Yeah, that's true. Like the people at the bottom are just kind of looking at their phone or just looking down, looking around, just standing around while there's a party going on literally right above their heads.
Yeah.
But in New Orleans, that's just like an everyday thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you want to be a part of the party or not, you know? Here it is. All you got to do is go right there. Bam, there's the party. Or come over here and bam, there's not a party, you know?
Now that's the same band up on the balcony. I took two pictures here and combined them.
Oh.
This is at that restaurant, the dancers and all tables, people eating breakfast. As you go to that little cafe right there on Main Street in Pro Bridge. Do you remember the name of it? Amy Cafe. But anyway, they every Saturday, the only place inside the USA, might be in the world, you can go there Saturday morning. You better get there early because the lines are going to be lining up. You pay $5 to get in. Well, if you order breakfast, then you will have they will take the $5 off, and they will have a live Zydeco band there playing. I got some pictures of the band playing too, but not in this picture. I put the New Orleans band up there, up on the balcony.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Good, just combine the two, and you know, and so like the band is going on inside of their heads.
Yeah,
like on top, you know. It represents the atmosphere on the top, you know. That's pretty cool.
Now that's at the Civic Center in Lake Charles. So they had the band playing and people dancing, and I saw this couple dancing. I just liked the way they were dancing. I took a picture and I liked it. And the band, you know, it's mostly white. I just kind of blanked them out because I thought it looked pretty cool. And the other dancers, I kind of put grays in there.
Yeah.
The only two the two that is colored is the ones up close. You know, I got it more inside, more detail than all of the others.
Yeah, that's good. Like, you know, showing a focal point. like the enrapturement of their togetherness and harmony while dancing, while the background playing. So it's like a heavenly scene coming from the band.
Yeah, somebody wanted me to paint that there AEKN flag in background with these two people be fox dancing. That's why I painted them like foxes. She told me she been all over the U.S. and Louisiana, about the only place where they would dance the foxtrot. That's what she calls it, a foxtrot. I don't know too much about dancing, but she said that's what most people here inside this area dance whenever they get up on the dance floor.
Oh,
So, which I ain't know that.
Oh, so it was a special request.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out really good though. Definitely unique. This is the painting that is on the cover of my poetry book. But what's the story?
Well, I was down in Hackberry area. This is Hackberry,
Oh,
Louisiana, south of here. And they had this dock. They usually got shrimp boats there, but that day the shrimp boats must have gone out. Actually, it was inside the afternoon. This is two paintings put together again.
oh yeah,
Yeah, because the sky wasn't like that. I put the sky like that.
yeah,
But if you notice those are telephone poles in back, the sky were leaning because of the hurricanes came through and kind of pushed them on the side.
yeah.
And actually, the telephone poles they don't go nowheres. They're just there.
Yeah.
Apparently, they had a building there and got blown away, and they never put it back up. So I don't know. I'm not sure about that part. But
So the dock is was separate from the background.
no, the dock and the telephone pole, everything was there except for the sky.
Oh, okay.
The sky, I turned around and the sky was like that.
Yeah.
Because this facing east and the sky was facing west. That's really is a sunset I took. But the dock was facing east, so and I don't get up early in the morning to take sunrises.
Yeah. I definitely understand you on that one. Yeah. I'll see a sunset every day, but a sunrise,
I should go do that, but I'm too lazy.
I might see a sunrise if I've been up all night, but especially when the days when I used to be able to stay up all night.
Yeah. That's at the coffee shop. If you notice that was the same lady that was dancing with the old man.
Yeah.
Now he's dancing with this middle-aged man.
Yeah. She looks like she's having a lot of fun.
Yeah, both of them were. So.
So this is whenever you used to do blacklight art.
Yeah.
And you're just experimenting, playing around. It's kind of a Pink Floyd type of painting. What's the story about that? So they wanted you to paint a profile picture or something?
Yeah, they wanted me to paint a portrait at the gallery. Everybody was doing that. I said, look, I got my own thing going on here. Just leave me alone. But they kept on insisting, so I said, well, I fixed them. So I looked this up inside my blacklight photographs. I used it as a reference. And I painted this picture. And I brought it up there. I said, man, those people probably going to hate it because they really aren't into all this type of stuff. But they
like
loved it.
Flower, kind of like flowers and landscapes type people.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, they loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So, man, even when I'm trying to
Mess with people.
yeah, when I mess people, the people like it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Where's this painting at now?
It is at my house right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Unless it is at a bank, but I think it's at my house.
Oh, all right.
I have put it inside a bank before, so
Oh, really?
yeah. People liked it, they said. So.
Yeah. What kind of reaction did they have over there at the bank?
Well, they always tell me they like my paintings pretty much.
Yeah. Well, see, that's good that you're getting yourself into positions to where no matter what you paint,
Yeah.
people like, you know.
Yeah, I'm the first one that somebody walked into the bank, looked around, said, I want to buy this painting, and this painting. I sold 3 in one day at the bank. They all freaked out.
What? 3 in one day? Wow.
Yeah, that's only a time so far.
It was just like some random person at the bank?
Yeah.
Cool. That's super awesome.
Somebody, one of the customers just walked in and liked it, and the man bought it has a business. That's all I know.
Oh. What were they paintings of?
A man I painted that was a ghost. He was playing out there a accordion inside a rocking chair, and I painted a sunset to show that Cajun culture was vanishing.
Yeah.
And
I do have, I think, probably that one on here too.
Okay, well, whenever we get to it, we can talk about that one.
So you've been doing paintings of the vanishing Cajun culture. So
Yes.
like somebody playing a, violin or musical instrument that's half disappeared.
Yeah.
I guess similar to the photograph on Back to the Future.
Right.
He looks and he's an arm missing. He looks, there's a leg. He's half of him's missing, and it's like, oh no, he's vanishing. But you're trying to bring it back though. You're trying to bring the Cajun culture back. By through your paintings.
Yeah. This was actually at this place that was doing fundraising for so he can capture the Cajun culture before it vanishes. This here professor, his name was John something.
So he's doing a fundraiser for the vanishing Cajun culture?
Yeah, you have went to it with me.
Oh.
You remember?
Yeah, I do. Was it I think it might have been at Lafayette City Hall.
No, that this here was at this house, a private house.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now I remember, yeah. There's a live Cajun band and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you also had some work at Lafayette City Hall, I remember, and for a while. Sometime we used to go check it out there.
Okay.
Who's this? Or what's this one about?
They had a band, little Cajun band, playing on porch of the Culture Center in Sulphur around Christmas time, and I happened to be there. I took some pictures. And I liked it. A man told me that plays that works with their musicians. He said that I captured the pose perfectly. That's how the people playing guitars and all that will sit.
Oh.
Mostly. He also told me I'm the only one that, when I do paint face, you know, people ask me how come I don't paint them smiling and all that. The man said they don't smile because they're concentrating so much to get the music right. And they kind of like have a blank stare inside their eyes because they concentrating upon the music. It's inside their head.
Yeah, I saw that before too. Like if you see someone like playing like a string quartet or something, like a man playing not a violin but a harp. No, not a harp. I can't think of the word right now. It's a larger musical instrument, sort of like a violin. You stand it up, and
the bass as a bass fiddle, or yeah, I think it's a bass fiddle.
But anyway, like I've seen that before too, even in people playing classical music and stuff, like totally expressionless. Like they're letting all of their energy and emotions and expressions come out through the musical instrument.
Right.
And they're like just, totally blank smile. I've heard that before too.
Yeah, he's part of that band, and I like that toy soldier behind him, so I painted him in there too.
Yeah.
Kind of make it look surreal a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, very surreal. It's better than him just standing there,
Right.
But was he a part of the same band?
Yeah, same band. They had 4 people playing there.
Oh, okay.
Up there, and he was one of them, and he had his sunglasses on, so.
Yeah.
That was at the coffee shop here in Pro Bridge. This woman kind of practicing a little in the background. A lot of people don't even notice her until they start looking at the picture better, and then the girl pops out at them.
Yeah, I like this one because it's showing just the open case, and that's what I like about it. Was what you just said, is shows an open case. Like an open case, it's a big part of musicians' lives. Is their case, their music case. Open case is always around. It's always somewhere around them, and when you look closer, it's like, but her playing in the background with her open case, something that is just, it's just always with the musician,
That painting was at Randall's. At first, I thought somebody told me that the guy was Bozo. I mean, not Buzo. He's a famous Sadako singer and all that, and he also plays out there accordion, but he wore a cowboy hat, not a baseball cap. And I thought that's what it was, but then I looked him up on the internet, and he died in 2000. I said, 2000? I know I took this picture in 2006.
Oh.
And it was at Randall's.
Yeah.
So I even called Randall's. I asked, and they looked it up, but they said that some woman assigned the books, so they don't know who played that night. And for 2 weeks, I asked people. Nobody knew. So I looked up the USL email address upon those there professors, because I forgot the man named John. I forgot his name and all that. So I send I must spend about 2 hours sending out email, hoping somebody would answer me. And sure enough, John answered me. And he told me that it was Psycho Ray, and he sent me a link to that there Passport 2.
Yeah.
And there was Psycho Ray playing on Passport 2.
Wow.
And so that's Psycho Ray. That's the man I took painting to paint. I got several paintings of him.
Oh, that's cool.
So never give up whenever you when you're doing your research.
Yeah. Yep. You finally found the mystery man.
Yeah. I think it was 2 weeks. It could have been 2 months. That's Gino Della Fosse.
Yeah, Gino Della Fosse.
Yeah. And that's his band. That was at the Civic Center in Lake Charles. That's the same band the drummer was in. And I took several pictures on the side. As you can see, kind of back side, and Gino turned his head like that, and I captured it, and I liked it, so I painted it.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, it is a good picture. And didn't you say that he heard about the painting?
Yes, I posted it on Facebook, and one of his friends is a friend of mine, and she sent it the link to him. And he came and looked at it and said, "Man, that's a real good painting." And he invited me to like his page, so I did, and because I think his page is maxed out right now, so
yeah,
on likes. So anyway, he has shared that painting shared it upon his page, and a bunch of people. That's the one I got most comments from upon his page because of his fans. You know, people like him. You know, he's right now probably the number one band here in South Louisiana right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Haha, this is one of your blacklight paintings. Or is this one a painting?
No, it's a photograph.
Yeah, one of your blacklight art. Experimental from back in the day. Just wanted to show one of your blacklight pictures. Very interesting.
Yeah, some guy from the 60s looked at it and said, even the hippies back then, they wasn't even doing stuff like this.
You went deeper than the hippies.
Yeah.
And what was this one about? I know it's a blacklight experimental.
Yeah.
A photo, but wasn't there a theme behind it?
Yeah, it's 2 photos. One was mask and one taking off the mask. You know, people said, "Well, why don't you take off your mask?" Said, really? Do you want to see my real self? And he took off the mask, and it looks worse than the mask.
Yeah.
The more scary you're looking.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is that way. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, people go around, you know, like you think they're a real nice person, but you find out the guy he's really a monster.
Yeah. I know some people like that. They just wear a mask, you know, they pretend to be nice, but they're really not, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that they are, but everybody knows people like that. And everybody wears masks to an extent, you know.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like survive and get by and socialize and
Right.
be a decent human being as we possibly can, you know. But so that was this was taking off the mask. This one's like,
That's a photograph. I did do a painting of it. That's my hand touching one of those
is it a plasma ball? Or?
yeah, plasma ball. I was trying to think of what it was. Now, of course, I painted my hand black light.
Yeah.
The way I paint my hand, I just smear it, and I really don't have no you know, I don't go into I didn't go into detail of how to put the mask on. I mean, the paint on like a clown, or you know, people like that. You know, I just smear it on there. If whatever the way it fell that way. Now I did do lip planting. You know, I wanted my hand to be kind of red, but I also wanted that bluish light coming up over my fingers, top of my hand like that, to make it look like it's coming off of that plasma ball.
Yeah.
And there is blue, you know, you can use stuff to make blue under a black light.
Well, it kind of looks like to me like almost like the hand of God or the hand of creation or something like that, you know, or the hand creating, you know. I don't know if that's what you had in mind, but that's how it looks. You know? Like the hand of creation, you know.
That's
like,
good.
Like touching and making its creation, you know.
Yeah, that's like Michelangelo painting God touching the hand of man, and it in his painting.
Yeah, it reminds me of that.
Yeah,
you know, but a different take on that.
Right. I just had this idea of painting a guitar like this with no neck. Some people wanted me to put a neck in, but I said, no, I ain't going to do that. I mean, you can tell there is a neck, but it's not also, because I did paint the strings there, but the music notes and the background, I was just experimenting with. And this person said that's the first time that anybody ever painted a air guitar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what it is.
You know, one of those there imagination guitars.
Yeah, air guitar. Yeah, yeah. First time anyone ever painted an air guitar. The person with the music in the background, that's awesome.
Yeah, because I ain't paint the person or anything. It could be anybody.
Just the hands, you know.
Just
Yeah,
the hands and the music notes.
So did you name it air guitar? Because you should.
I think I did. I don't know what song that is. I know I copied the song, but but it was not it was not a copyright song.
Yeah.
It's just a song in public domain.
Yeah.
That's all I needed. So
Yeah.
I ain't had no specific idea of any song. Just what people like.
Yeah.
Now this is an experiment of the background. I was still experimenting with backgrounds, changing backgrounds, and I ain't care if I painted half a man. He came from Gino's band also, so.
Oh, okay.
That's where that man came from.
I like the background because it's like jazzy. Like, you know, to me it's like a jazzy, bubbly background, you know.
Yeah.
It's happy and busy and jazzy type of
Well, that's what they played. I forgot, somebody told me what type of zydeco music he played, but it is a happy play. He does happy songs and all.
Yeah.
You know, make people happy.
Yeah. This is the painting that is on the cover of my book, Eternal Conversations. And I asked you, I know kind of the story about this one. I asked you, there's a painting on the cover of Thus Spoke Zarathustra, which is a Nietzsche book. And I really liked it, the man on the mountaintop with the background and all that. I really liked that painting. But I couldn't find, I called around Penguin Press and the like, trying to find who wrote, you know, who painted it, I mean, so I can find out all the copyright rules and all this and that, because I really like that painting. And it was just fitting, because, you know, a lot of the paintings that you're doing now are more of the Cajun art type of thing, and it didn't match with my writings of psychology and philosophy. So, but then I just asked you, I said, well, I'd much rather have my dad paint the painting, you know. I'd rather have my dad's work on the cover of the book so people can recognize your work and my work at the same time, you know. And so I just kind of explained to you, you know, what I wanted, and you did like a few versions, and you know, changed it up a little bit more, and I like the Van Gogh star in the background, sky in the background, and yeah.
Yeah, this mostly came out of my head. The whole painting.
Yeah. Yeah, like somebody who got to the top of a mountaintop and who's just standing in realization of the awe, you know, of this big realization on the mountaintop.
This one here is at the Henning Sculpture Center also. Different time. It's summertime here. And field players, he's blind.
Oh, wow.
And I was trying to find out who he was. I was going to give the painting to him.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I guess I feel sorry for him. I guess I shouldn't do that, but
well, no, that's a good thing.
So anyway, I just like the challenge of painting something like this, so I painted it.
Yeah, I like the old Cypress house, you know, Cajun architecture. Some guys having fun, just playing live Cajun music on the porch, you know.
Mm. That's that's Jesus on the mountain of transfiguration.
Transfiguration?
Yeah, with the two guys up close to him, that's be Moses and also Elijah.
Oh.
And the three be in background, Peter, John, and I forgot the third one. But one of his apostles.
Yeah. I like the way that you made him faceless. Like, you know, it's already so bright. You know, you can't see his face.
Yeah, well, that's what he did. He lit up like a light bulb, supposedly, what the scripture says.
Oh, okay.
And background, I made a cloud like that because Peter spoke out and said, "It's a good thing we're here. We like we can make three little. I mean, we can make some tabernacles for y'all." And God spoke out and said, "This is my beloved son." And after that, Elijah and Moses was gone, and Jesus was there, and told him not to tell anybody about it until after he has risen from the dead. Of course, they didn't understand nothing at the time until after Jesus rose up from the dead.
Yeah. That's a real good one. Banjo player.
Yeah, that's like Christmas. I mean, that's one of the guys that was playing with the blind man.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. Anyway, he's one of them at the Cajun. At the Hennings Culture Center.
Yeah, it's a very classic, iconic picture, I think, painting.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, having to find Oh, this is a really good one of violin players.
Yeah, that's the one down in South Africa.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Found out the man was he had sold he sold music instruments at one time in his life. Now the people was at the ones at the Cajun coffee shop. They were at this park called Vermilion Field, I believe, or something like that.
Vermilionville?
Yeah. I went there. They also have Cajun jam sessions.
Yeah,
I took several pictures of them. I painted some too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got one down in Florida from them. I forgot about that one. That's from your, that's Kevin's son has it.
Yeah.
I gave it to him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so this one is a very interesting compilation of New York street artists, music, the background, and your old truck that you painted.
Yeah. Well, the People Reed from New Orleans street band.
Yeah.
And I just stuck some music back there. I didn't know what type of music at the time. I learned to make sure I get the right type of music, but it was public domain. But somebody that knew how to read music, he told me that's classical music. So it's really surreal.
Yeah.
People on the streets in New Orleans, they don't play classical. They play
Yeah, jazzy.
Jazz, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just one of your early just experiments messing around. Graphic art,
Yeah,
basic graphic art, but came out really good,
Yeah.
It's like a good collage, a good mix. This I want to just show is funny is your old truck, in the left-hand corner. That was the before picture, and just the crazy surreal way that you painted your old truck.
Yeah.
Like when I was, I guess, around a teenager. People must have freaked out when you showed up at work with that, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, at one bank, they finally wouldn't let us park, and like inside their parking lot, they made us park a block away from the bank.
Because of your truck?
Yeah, I ain't know until one of the painters told me. He's mad at me because it made him walk all that way. That's here at the bank here in Lafayette.
That's funny. The bank wouldn't let you park in the parking lot because it was too crazy, the truck.
Yeah.
I mean, it came out good, but very surreal.
Yeah, I wanted a hot rod, but I never could afford one, so I painted a truck kind of looked like a hot rod, but it wasn't hot or nothing.
Yeah.
Just an old pickup truck, a work truck.
Yeah. Oh, well, you still got it halfway.
Yep.
That's a very good picture of you. I like that picture. You look really, real happy. Well, what was the story about this?
That's when I was going to singles. That's the 2 leaders of singles at church, and they
Yeah.
and those 2 was leaving, but I posed with them.
Yeah.
And somebody took my picture.
Yeah. That was a couple of years ago or something?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Might have been 8 years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a good picture. I thought I had to do something with art, but still a good picture. Yeah, so this is whenever you had an art show, one of your first big art shows, and it shows a lot of your best paintings all in one spot. I just want to show that picture, just show, something art being represented at a gallery. What about this one?
That's one of those Cajun jam sessions. I just took a picture and I liked it, so I painted it. It says, "Who? Anybody that knows anything about music, they would know what this is."
Yeah.
Which is a accordion.
Some more of your experimental blacklight art.
Yeah, that's clay that glows inside the dark. I just made it and put it on my face.
Yeah.
And if you notice, that is a top hat like I had at the time.
Yeah. Crazier than the hippies from the 60s.
Yep.
No, it's a really good. I mean, to me, it's a very good, serious piece. Oh, this is a really great one. Sugar caners.
Yeah, they're playing sugarcane here.
Oh, just them planting sugar cane?
Yeah, not many people see this.
Wow.
They got the people walk behind the truck, pulling it out, dropping it on the ground, and after a while, the big tractor comes and bury it.
Oh.
Now they about 6 foot length in canes they dropping, because the new shoots will come up through the eye of each of those things. Cane they drop.
Mm. Yeah, I like this one. This was a photo that you turned into graphic art that eventually turned into a painting
Right.
of people dancing, like just being swept away in the moment, you know?
And that's basically what I tried to paint.
Yeah. Yeah, really, this is a really good one. Could be in a dance studio somewhere, you know, like a ballet type of professional dance studio.
That was Lake Charles was having this year thing on Roots, and it was is showing all the music stuff that happened there in Lake Charles and all that, and she got up and played, and I took the picture of her playing the spoon on the washboard.
Yeah.
And plus she was singing.
Were the bricks really
No, the bricks wasn't there. I put the bricks in.
okay?
That's a separate thing. And
What's cool about the bricks though, I like, is they're all uneven, you know, which is, to me, makes a better effect for the music, you know.
yeah, that's what I was trying to do, kind of get everything moving.
Yeah.
There's just another picture of,
Another close up of the instruments.
yeah, that's an old man playing. No, that's Sonia, Joey Sonia, Joe, J.O. something, Sonia.
Yeah.
He's a famous player here in South Louisiana.
Okay.
He's actually national known
Oh.
player.
Okay.
I just happened to catch his hand.
I guess you're gonna have to find them and send it to him.
Yeah.
You know, let him know the painting's out there, and he might buy it, you know, from you or something.
Yeah. I may have talked to him a little bit.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, here's the occasion, the 12th night painting. I painted at the Culture Center, which I was supposed to paint Santa Claus, but I told him I ain't going to paint Santa Claus. Also, because Santa Claus, he ain't Cajun. I mean, I know Cajuns celebrate Christmas and all, but
Yeah.
I want to paint
That's not what you do, you know, paint
Yeah.
Santa Claus, and that's for somebody else to paint.
Right.
Yeah. So it's Cajun Christmas.
Yeah, there's a Cajun Christmas. People out there still trapping or fishing or whatever they have to do to make a living.
Yeah.
They know some bad months are coming up, January, February.
Yeah.
Pretty bad weather. And they know they're going to miss a lot of work because of the rains and cold weather.
Yeah.
So,
What was this? This is an idea that you had recently.
yeah, I still going to go take more pictures like this. I was going to go out by the golf, but my car got stuck in the sand. So
It did?
yeah,
Oh.
so on which I made it to was this little sandbar with some weeds growing on it.
Oh.
So I took that picture, but it still came out real good. I still liked it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That's an old metal flute, in which they don't make no more. They're made in the 1950s and 60s, and that's it.
Oh.
Now, it said that it will make a different sound than the wood and plastic ones they have today. So,
I bet it does.
but this is in bad shape, and it's going to cost a lot of money to get it fixed up to play. I don't play nothing, so
Yeah.
I ain't care.
Wow. It had the case and everything.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that came from my dad's house.
Yeah.
I don't know who played it.
But it's still an interesting concept, you know.
Yeah, most people they don't think of that.
Yeah, this is a really great one.
That's what the blind man. He's just a little bit off with the painting because I wanted to get the bass man there,
Yeah.
and they had the other two. There is a banjo player you see, the third one back. Now I took off the railing and I put those two dancers there.
Yeah.
And to stop the painting from going completely off. A lot of people said, well, that look like a focus point, but to me, it's really not focus. In a way, it is, in a way, it's not a focus point because people out there having fun. Same thing with these people playing their instruments; they having fun too. So.
Yeah. I see. I could definitely see that. This is at the Civil War reenactment, right?
Yeah, I was up in north of Alexandria. What one of the battles took place, and the South won this battle. So, but they were shooting the cannons and all that. I couldn't believe how loud those cannons were. Plus the ground shook. Of course, they ain't loading it with cannonballs or anything. Just shooting them with blanks. I mean, with nothing in it except powder and whatever.
Yeah, just a reenactment.
Yeah.
But this is one of your first. This is one of the first paintings you did after your 30-year break.
Right.
You know, and everybody was blown away. Like, wow, you know.
Yeah, that's one of my first ones. I thought people loved Civil War stuff. I could sell them, but I ain't sell them.
Yeah. Well, I actually tell people that story a lot when they say, "Oh, I would love to write a children's book," or "I would love to write always want to write a novel, always want to write a short story, but now it's kind of too late, or something. They think that they haven't written anything in 40 years or 30 years, or they say they always wish that they had, kind of thing. And then I tell them a story about you, about how well, you painted in college, took a 30-year break, came back and started paintings 10 times better than you did when you were young. And people would tend to think that you'd be more creative or skillful when you're younger than when you're older, but you proved that wrong, And so I tell people who say, "Oh, I wish I'd written a short story. Oh, I wish I'd written a poem or children's book, whatever." I say, "Let's do it,"
Yeah.
So this one's also about the vanishing Cajun culture. So it's is that the same lady who loves to dance?
Yeah.
And it's dancing with the man, and they're vanishing because it's with globalization. I think with it seems like one of the double-edged swords of the internet and globalization is that local cultures are starting to shrink more. Things are in a way starting to get more standardized. by the way people think and dress and act and look, because the cameras are all over the world. Everyone could see everyone else. So local cultures are sort of disappearing.
Yeah.
As the information age increases.
Right.
So it's sort of one of the side effects.
You also look in the background of that painting, past the man sitting there eating, he kind of turned his head, but if you notice, like I painted some people digging a grave.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I see. And the man that's just sitting there eating, turning his head, I thought that was like, he don't really care that much.
Right.
Doesn't really care that much, just eating. Yeah,
That's right. He don't care, and
they're digging a grave in the background. Wow.
I even got Pogo, Albert, the gator, up on the wall.
Oh yeah, Pogo.
Yeah, that's a Pogo character. That was copyright, but then it came off of copyright, so it's legal to use them now.
Oh yeah.
And I got some people in the middle praying, and all they praying a prayer meeting, but they're still vanishing.
Yeah, that could be vanishing too.
This is the next generation. Got some old people playing, and they hoping that the younger generation, which is outside, sitting down, maybe talking, maybe listening,
with their backs turned.
If they don't care, in a way.
Yeah.
But then the older people are saying, well, maybe when they get a little older, they might show some interest.
I always like this one is very powerful. They're really into it. They're trying to show them, hey, this is the way.
Right.
And the kids, the younger generations, just don't care.
Right. That's why that man's looking out, looking at him.
Another representation of the vanishing Cajun culture.
Yes. That's how I started my series.
And then that's you.
Yeah. Laughing.
Yeah. Well, that's all the paintings I want to show today. I mean, you have 1,000 of them. I just
we can catch it another time.
Picked out some of the best ones that I thought, or just really they're all good, but I just picked out some of them. And so what else is going on, Dad? 65th birthday.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Well, I'm painting a abstract right now. I don't paint too many abstracts, but sometimes. To me, it's more like a color experiment. That's about it to me.
Oh, that's good.
People like it. I mean, my last abstract, somebody went in the gallery said, "Man, that's the best abstract I ever saw."
Yeah, I like your abstracts. I like your surreal art. So like that's how you started off with surreal art, surreal graphic art, and surreal art, and then Cajun culture, and abstracts too, abstract art, abstract surrealism, Cajun art, so no matter which one of those things you do, always come out good.
Yeah, that's what one guy said. No matter what I put my hands to, it comes out good. So that's good.
Like trying to mess with their heads, they kept insisting that you paint a self-portrait, and He said, I'm going to make something on purpose that they won't like.
Yep.
But they all liked it. Yeah. So that's what's been going on. At least you've been having time to paint paintings. A lot of paintings lately.
Yeah, lately, yeah.
And then once you get more settled in and move back to the South Louisiana Cajun culture, or even deeper into the South Louisiana Cajun culture, you'll have more material to draw from.
Right.
Yeah. So what else been going on, Dad?
Nothing much.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll end it there. And check out my dad's work. His name's Jock McGregor. And where can we tell them where can they find your work?
It's mostly on face page on my inside the albums. Right now it's name of the album is Christmas 12th Day of Christmas, but I don't know why. I don't know how that happened, but trying to change it.
Yeah, Facebook named your album something.
Yeah.
They didn't intend for it to name it.
Yeah, well, I meant to name it Jock's Art, but that's about it.
But what other pages can they find your work on?
I mean, I am on Renderosity, yeah.
Renderosity?
Yeah, I'm Jocko 500. If you Google Jocko 500, you're going to find my work.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've named myself on, mostly on all of the web pages. I'm on wetcanvas.com.
Yeah.
That's Jocko 500. The reason why I picked 500 because I tried to put down Jocko, but that name was taken. I put down Jocko, several different numbers, but all of them was taken. So I put down 500 because I was thinking about that race that they're racing, that they're ending at this 500 races.
Yeah.
Race cars. So, well, that's me right there.
Yeah. Yeah. And it worked out. The username was not taken.
Yeah, that name one.
I hate that. I put Damon McGregor. Somebody has that name. DP McGregor. Somebody has the name. Like a lot of times, it's like no matter what username you put, somebody already has it. So you got to come up with some crazy name or add crazy numbers,
Yeah.
That happens to me before. Like Damon Paul McGregor, DP McGregor. Somebody else is already DP McGregor. It's like, what? So Renderosity and Facebook, but
and Wet Canvas.
Wet Canvas?
Yeah.
Is that the site where you sell like prints?
No, I don't sell. That's Fine Arts America.
Oh, Fine Arts America.
Yeah, I'm on there. I'm under the ALA Gallery there.
ALA
Gallery. Yeah,
All right.
you want prints, I can go there.
All right. Fine Arts America, Wet Canvas.
Yeah.
Just type in Jocko 500 or Jock McGregor.
Jocko 500.
Okay.
Now I'm Jock McGregor on Fine Arts America.
Okay. And so check him out. You've seen his art. He's one of the greatest Cajun artists in history. and you can contact them. Just look up Jock McGregor Art, Jocko 500, and check out the Eternal Conversations podcast. My book, Eternal Conversation, and my book, Immortalization. The links are down below. And thank you very much. Peace, love, and light.
Before you cut it off, you can edit me out and everything.